3 heats down, fourth and final heat taking the floor for event number 14. And it is a 19-year-old that holds the score to beat at 5 rounds and 3 reps. As we're looking at the scores, Thorisdottir sitting in first, Sam Briggs sitting in third. Cara Webb has moved into second.
And I think this particular event is going to be really good for Cara Webb. Very strong athlete, and if you need to have the lower body strength for this event, we know that she has that. The flip side for that, Samantha Briggs, here we are again with something heavy. If you watch in that last heat, Thorisdottir is an Olympic lifting athlete. She does a lot of front squat work. She was struggling with that weight, so just it goes to show that that weight is heavy. 78 kilograms for these ladies is no joke. It's going to be rough.
One athlete that I would like to see bounce back after a poor finish in the last event was currently second, Laura Horvath, sitting in lane number 4.
Well, again, I think that this is going to be these are good movements for her. Saw her do really well in the handstand walking before. And again, she's got some youth to her as well. She's only 20. And the one thing I would say on the box jumps is get your body back down. There's no need to jump up that high.
Okay, she's got some youth and some length as well.
That's true.
Horvath wasting no time. These athletes are fully aware where they're sitting and where they're standing and who they're competing against. So Horvath in the center in the black and green, just ahead. Annie Thorisdottir to her right, moving a bit quicker on these handstand walks.
Wow, Annie's like running on her hands.
Thorisdottir is done 1 minute in. Horvath just behind her. Both athletes will be side by side in this heat. Thorisdottir to the bar first. 5 more front squats at 78 kilos.
Now Annie has the advantage here being behind Laura Horvath. She can see the tempo that Laura's going. Laura can't see that, so she just has to kind of go by feel and just get herself moving.
Yeah, we saw from Horvath that she was faster on the box. But the speed at which Annie Thorisdottir can move on those handstand walks. The other one we've seen match that is Carrie Pierce, but that weight seems to be giving her some trouble. Horvath extends her lead on the box jump overs. Annie Thorisdottir kicks up on her hands about 5 meters behind her. Horvath will take a short break. She'll kick back up. Thorisdottir closing the distance just a little bit.
Wow, that was barely a break. That was a quick turnaround. If this is supposed to be the recovery position of this particular workout, especially for the athletes that are pushing the tempo on the front squats and on the box jumps, you want to have a little bit of time there. But Laura Horvath is attacking this event. Granted, it's still early, but she's attacking at 2 minutes and 15 seconds.
Now, as Laura attacks, she's sitting in 4th outside the top 3. Thorisdottir is doing everything she needs to do currently and just staying right next to her, having a very substantial lead over Laura Horvath.
Yeah, Annie doesn't have to win this event. She has a very comfortable position, but Laura Horvath just wants to solidify that spot, knowing that there's this event plus one more up and coming.
Your current score to beat is held by a 19-year-old, Gabriella Magala, from the previous heat. Your current heat leader, Laura Horvath, 20 years of age. And one thing we've seen is not just the excitement of the youth of this sport coming up, but they're not afraid of the big names here this weekend.
No, the aggressiveness that they're attacking the workouts, the way that they're hitting the events, knowing that they have literally some of the legends of the sport right next to them and not even batting an eye. That's impressive.
3 rounds completed for Laura Horvath in the center part of the floor. Annie Thorisdottir still keeping pace with her. Horvath taking a little bit longer of a break before she gets back to her bar. 5 front squats at 78 kilos. And we have passed the halfway mark at the 3:30 portion of this 7-minute AMRAP.
That quick rebound. Look at that. Now she's standing up nice and tall. The one thing with this jump is that if you have this strength and the explosiveness in your calves, then being up nice and tall saves your legs, so you really aren't using your quads. when you do the collapsing, you kind of use your quads a little bit more. So, again, there's a plus for the youth is you get some nice, fresh Achilles and calves to be able to do those rebounds with.
Horvath done with her first handstand walk in the round of 4. Annie Thorisdottir to her right as they pass each other. Horvath back down. 15 meters in total. Each section counts as 1. Must be unbroken. As we are done with 4 rounds. Best score is 5 total. Plus 3 additional front squats. And with just over 2 minutes remaining, this is the fastest pace we've seen set so far in the last 3 heats.
2 minutes, Dubai. Horvath putting on a show at the DFC.
Thorisdottir on the right, Horvath on the left. Horvath just has a few box jump overs remaining, 24 inches for the women. We forgot that they raised up the height for these boxes. They're making it look like it's 14.
Right.
90 seconds remaining, and Annie Thorisdottir starting to close the distance a little bit on Laura Horvath.
So here's what I want to see, what kind of mental fortitude Laura Horvath has. She just saw Annie go right by her, so is she going to let her go? Or is she going to kind of, okay, no. You come on right back here. We're not done yet.
Thorisdottir done with round 5. Horvath one more step, done with round number 5. We have a full minute left in this AMRAP. 3 minute, 3 reps into this round was the best. And with every squat these athletes are doing, we are going to have a new score in heat number 4. Horvath on the left, Thorisdottir on the right. Horvath is punching back as Annie Thorisdottir and Horvath side by side, rep for the 10 box jump overs. Annie Thorisdottir charged early, fell apart in the middle. Horvath, however, is back on her hands. And watch for a quick turn from Annie Thorisdottir. Feet down, hands down, 8 seconds, 5 feet to go. Can Thorisdottir get to the line? And Annie Thorisdottir.
I don't know if that was it. That's going to be a judge's call. So here's the thing, Chase. You had to get all the way across. Annie was at the very far end, and Laura was at the far side. So I'm not sure if they're gonna count or not. That's gonna be close.
Here they had to touch the line for the line to count.
There's a discussion
and
right there.
There's a little bit of discussion between her judge and Annie Thorisdottir.
Some of the fittest humans on the planet.
And if it counts,